What's up, boys and girls? Welcome back to another video. It is 1:23 p.m. EST, and I had a green day today. Whoop, whoop. Comment down below and let me know if you were red or green. But I want to go over the second trade that I took today, because if you didn't know what the hell you were doing, you could have easily got caught in this knife to the downside, and you could have got in, probably up here. You probably held all the way down here, and now you're still probably holding it and hoping like hell it bounces back. I'll show you how I was able to get in and out for a quick 10% take profit here. And it's not because I know how to read the future, because Lord knows I don't have a crystal ball. For context, guys, my name is Andrew. The only reason I was able to get out at that quick 10% take profit is because I've done a bunch of hard work over the past 15 months. I've been a day trader for the past 6 years, but for the past 15 months, I've sat down here at this computer every single day and tracked every single small cap breakout that's happening in this market and tracked over 15 different plus variables. I'm now at 4,086 small cap breakouts. So whenever you click on my videos, I want you to know one thing and one thing only. I'm not going to tell you some BS that's based on intuition, or I found this generic pattern on YouTube, or I found it on Google and it's going to work for you. I'm only going to tell you about strategies that I've actually went out and back tested myself, and hopefully you'll take some of these lessons, you'll use them in your trading. And if you guys trade with over $10,000 plus in your account, you've been struggling and you want to see all the data that I've tracked over the past 15 plus months, you can click that link down below if you're interested in one-on-one training. What I do every single day, it's part of my pre-market routine, I made multiple videos about this, is I go through all the stock on the top gainers list, and I start at the top and I work my way down. And what I do is I create breakout levels, and then from there I set alerts at those levels. That way if a stock ever moves above that prior level of resistance, I will get alerted. One thing I want to remind you guys of is when you're going through and setting your breakout levels, don't only go through pre-market right here, but I also want you to start going to the after hours list and setting levels on those, because if I wouldn't have done that today, I would have missed out on BRNX. And the reason why is because this move to the upside was all made in after hours. And then finally, when this thing opened up at 4 a.m. right here, it pulled back for all of pre-market, and it was down in pre-market. So it was not on the pre-market top gainer list at all. The only reason I was able to find this is because I came over to the top gainers list and I set levels on all the stocks that ran in after hours. So this stock made this pop up to 320, boom, it gets rejected. I mean, a lot of volatile price action happening in after hours yesterday. Ended up making this high right here on this 5-minute candle at $3.14. I've made many videos breaking down exactly how I set these breakout levels. Couple rules I want to remind you of: whatever breakout level that you set, it must be up 17% or more from the previous day's close. Previous day's close is always at 4 p.m. EST. Easy way for you to measure that out and check that is to go up to your rectangle, take the 4 p.m. candle, measure it out from there, and make sure it says more than 17%. This says 18.6%, so it's more than enough for me to set that as a level. Second rule I want you to remind you of is that I don't set breakout levels at the top of the wick. I set them at, say it with me, at the body of the candle. And I either do that at the close of the green candle or the open of the red candle. In this situation, this was a lower volume play, and after hours, the open of the red candle was way higher than the close of the green candle. So I set the breakout level at the top of that red candle right there at 314. Once I've established that level, what do? I simply right click right here. I go to create alert. I go to at, and then that's going to pull up this pop-up window. I go to news and movement. I come down here to include extended hours, and I click on save. Boom, that's all you got to do. And now if the stock ever makes a move and it hits 314, guess what? Webull's going to ding, send you an alert. So today from 9 to 10 a.m. I live traded with my one-on-one students. We took one trade. I uploaded a video on that one earlier. And then again, my trading window is all the way till 12 o'clock. So if any of my alerts go off all the way till 12 o'clock, I alert my one-on-one students. I let them know. And if it's a good trading opportunity, then it's something that I'll hop into. Right here at 11:30 a.m. Finally, BRNX just gets this volume out of nowhere, and this 5-minute candle breaks above 314. I get alerted, I pull it up, and then boom, this 5-minute candle is closing almost immediately. The very first thing that I check is going to be dollar volume on the 5-minute candle. As a rule, I want to remind you of is that the dollar volume on any 5-minute candle must be at least $50,000 in order for me to trade it. For me, I created a custom indicator. You'll be able to see it down here. All of the blue candlesticks will tell me roughly the dollar volume going through the stock. So when I put my mouse over this candle, you'll be able to see that says 87,000, which is more than $50,000. So that's a check. I set an alert on it, so I know market cap's below 50 million. Free float is below 10 million. Price is below $20. So it's check, check, check. Now this can turn into one of my favorite setups called the green light special, where with the green light special over the past 135 trades, 91 have run for at least 15% with a 67% win rate. This is one of my bread and butter setups. I need to be taking every single one of these. So as this 5-minute candle closes, the next thing that I need to look for in the green light special setup is I need to zoom into the 1-minute time frame. This is called multi-time frame analysis. So not only do I want all the traders on the 5-minute time frame to see that this stock stock is moving in the right direction. I also want all the scalpers on the 1 minute time frame to see the exact same thing. So this 5 minute candle closed right here at 11:30. So when I zoom into the 1 minute time frame, I want to find that 11:30 candle, and that 11:30 candle is right here. I need this first 1 minute candle to close green. That's a check. And then the last part of this right before I hit the buy button is this second 1 minute candle must also close green. That's exactly what happened right here. I entered right here at the close of this candle. If you check this out, if you enter right here at the close of this candle, the move up to 390 is 14.74%. You'll say, Andrew, that's not quite 15%, man. BRNX should have been a loser for you. And you're right, if I didn't look for this one simple thing. If you come over here, one of the many things that I track is going to be the country the stock is from. And I put this in 4 separate categories. Either the stock is from the United States, China, or Canada, or if it's from any country other than that, I put it as underneath other. So if we click on other right here, I'll see out of the 135 trades, only 32 have been from other countries. So most of these stocks do not break out perfectly like BRNX did today. But what you'll see here is, sure, win rate is around 65% for a 15% take profit. So it's been profitable at 15%. But down here where it says customized TP percentage, check this out. This is for a 10% take profit. 27 have run for at least 10% with an 84% win rate. And the net profit, I mean, you're talking about a $7,500 difference between these two. So for me, whenever a stock is from another country outside of the United States, China, and Canada, what do? I go for a 10% take profit. And that's exactly how I was able to enter right here at the close of this candle and go for a quick 10% take profit. Took profits right here around 374, right before this stock did what? Rolled over, knife to the downside, completely bottom fell out right there on that 1 minute candle. And I was able to get out with a good profit. Now, this actually ended up turning into another setup that I trade called a 20 to 30% breakout pullback. So I identified that the move from here up to 390 was more than 20%. So as this stock started to pull back, and it pulled back pretty aggressively right there, I took a small trade. I didn't go in with a normal position size. I took a smaller position size because of how aggressively it was pulling back to try and see if it was going to rebound at all. This stock did not rebound at all. It doesn't surprise me. It's from another country outside of the United States, China, and Canada, and it just continued to pull back. So I took a small loser on that one. That was my only losing trade for the day. Overall, I still made sure I was green for the day. That's why I went in with a smaller position. Now, the way you find out if a stock is from another country is by simply adding the profile widget to your Webull desktop setup. And I have videos explaining how I have mine set up. If you want to set it up just like mine, go over to profile. And then from there, you'll be able to see the address of the company right here. And you can see that this stock is from Israel. And once I identified that, that's exactly what made me take that 10% take profit. And not only is it true for this setup, but I have over 5 other setups. And it's also true for other setups as well. Take profit is really going to be determined on free float, if the free float is above or below 10 million, and what country the stock is from. So if you've been getting caught and moves to the downside like that, check the profile, check the address of the company. I promise you that this is going to help you out. If you trade with over $10,000 plus in your account, you want one-on-one training from me, not with an assistant, you want to live trade with me every single day so I can show you all the data that I've collected, click that link down below, learn a little bit more. I'll see you in the next video.